as the liberal cities are burning. I just had to get away for a little hike, come out and get some fresh air. Not even a quarter mile off the road, you can already hear the stream, and it's food for the soul, so to speak. Had a lot of people reaching out to me, and I appreciate that, and a lot of people needing help with certain situations, and the supernatural aspect of the Sasquatch and Bigfoot, whatever you want to call a creature, and how to deal with that. And I've been trying to help people best I can, give them the knowledge that I have and my experience, because I'm definitely no expert. And talked to a fella named Chris today that had put out a video about how they'd run into the same things that I have over the last 7 years, and you know, it got down to the point where they were getting followed home, and supernatural, demonic, satanic, whatever you want to call it, stuff was starting to happen around their home and inside their home. So it's difficult to talk about, and I understand, you know, these people have jobs that with companies that won't tolerate stuff like that, and I'm fortunate that I've been blessed, and where I work I don't have to worry about that. And I've kind of already put all of it out there if you watch my channel, so you know what's going on. But my heart goes out to people like Chris and Mark and others that have these experiences, kind of don't know what to do with them, wanted to quit, just wanted to stop, you know, the unintended consequences of going out and looking for these things and, quote, researching these things. And so you know, that's what happens. And you know, we've been trying to sound the warning bell now for a little while, a couple of years, and for those that'll listen, this is not a endeavor for your family. And you know, you hate to do this, but it's like those paranormal researchers. You may bring something back home with you that you don't want home to bring home. So it's just, I wish I had a way to convey that it's just not an activity that I would recommend for the family or anybody engage in, because, you know, some people nothing may never happen, but when something does happen, when they get serious about the research and they start having experiences, and then things follow them home and other unintended consequences start happening, and it's once you've opened that door, it really can't shut it. You can only kind of put a hedge of protection around yourself, but you'll never be able to shut that door once it's been opened. And I think that's one thing that people don't understand, and you need to understand that. So just wanted to talk a little bit about that. You know, this is not research, Sasquatch research. It's not something you need to do. You know, I don't do it anymore. I don't seek them out. I don't, you know, I've got a back trail camera on because unfortunately I've opened the door, and so they follow me around and come near me and come around me. And you know, I'm not going to deny it. Be nice, you know, it'd be cool to get a picture of one, but you know, may or may not, who knows. But I'm not out there setting cameras. You can't study them. You can't do any of that. It's a fool's, you know, it's folly. It's a fool's game. There's nothing to be gained by it. There's no knowledge they can impart to you that's going to really help you. there are peoples have abilities that we don't understand and sometimes can't put into a one up there. Yeah, put into a, you know, in a category. You know, it's outside the realm of supernatural. It's you know, technology we don't understand. It's abilities we don't understand. So there's just no, you know, it's just, I don't see, you know, it's not, it sounds fun, but just go hiking, you know. Don't go seeking these things out. Don't go consciously wanting to find one and wanting to have an encounter with one. Because when you do that, it's an invitation for them to do the same to you. And just like paranormal researchers, they'll attach. And they'll come with, and not only Sasquatch, but other phenomenon will follow. Orbs, black figures, mysterious single footprints in your backyard, UFOs, grays, you name it, it'll eventually show up, and it's all intertwined and attached. And I know I've talked about this before, but it's kind of heavy on my heart right now. Just thought I'd talk about it a little bit. Right here's that place where that one was standing and was watching us with his eye. See his one eye. And then he moved down here, and right here's the area he was in when he pushed back the foliage. This is a major bear trail right here, actually. Of course, they use it as well. And the bears come up, cross, and they go up that holler. And so I'm climbing the hill. If I get out of breath, you'll understand why. I've got a 50-pound backpack on. I'm ready for the apocalypse at any time. Always prepared. But where was I? Yeah, I just want to encourage people to enjoy the outdoors and don't be afraid. You know, that's the other thing. A lot of people hear my warnings about the Sasquatch, and then they're like, oh, I can't go in the woods. Yes, you can. You take the precautions. You realize they're there, and you go hiking. Go with a partner. And personal GPS. And do those things, you know, smart things. Tell people where you're going when you're coming back. You can carry a firearm. If you can't, at least have bear spray, because you never know. Bear spray works on more than just bears, you know. People and other wild animals. And so climbing the hill, so I'm gonna get out of breath. I think I'll wait until I get up here so it'll make sense. I won't be huffing and puffing. But what I was trying to say, I've climbed the hill. In fact, this is where me and David Paulides were standing when two Sasquatch down in there yelled at us. And I got it on the video. And so, whew, here comes some hikers, so I have to stop talking. Oh, nice folks. So where was I? Yeah, just enjoy the outdoors. You know, pick other hobbies other than Sasquatching or going bigfooting or footing or whatever you want to call it. You know, I know there's people that make a lot of money, make a living, and nothing wrong with somebody making an honest living. And if that's what they want to do, that's great. I guess I just want you to be aware of the unintended consequences and the dangers involved if you get into that. And it's there, it's real, it happened to me, it's happened to others. Steve Isdahl's got 10,000 emails, and not all of them paint a pretty picture and a happy ending, so to speak, for the person that has the encounter. It's gorgeous up here today. Breeze is blowing. Birds singing. It's about 85. It's not too bad. It's cool. Say 85. Here it's probably closer to high 70s up here. But I'm trying to warn people, trying to educate. That's all you can do. And do those things that we talked about, and be careful, and go with a partner, take the proper survival equipment with you. Never assume that anytime you get out of the vehicle and go off trail, you need to have your basics, and all the time. It may seem like overkill, but trip and break an ankle back in here and it won't seem like overkill if you have to spend the night up here waiting on somebody to come get you and find you. So it's always smart to be prepared, smart to know what you're getting into before you start an endeavor, whether it be any outdoor sport. Here comes some more people.